This is the calm before the storm. The volatility has been pretty much non-existent the last few days, but as we head into the beginning of next week, we are going to see some huge volatility. Today, guys, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain the different factors that are going to contribute to the volatility next week. I'm going to talk about what I see the price is doing for Bitcoin and for altcoins, as well as some huge news here. So, guys, make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. So what can we see for Bitcoin? Well, not a lot has actually changed since yesterday. We still have this upwards moving trend here. We're still consolidating inside of this channel. In fact, we did have a little bit of a push. Not really, guys. We did not really have a little bit of a push. It was like $1,000 towards the upside. So as you can see by these daily candles, look at the narrow, like where we opened and where we closed. We have seen very little volatility here recently. Look at the difference between these candles right here. So the volatility is going down right now, but it also has been weakened. But as we move into next week, we are going to see some more volatility. So we need to be prepared for the different patterns that are about to break out. So one of those is, of course, Ethereum. And I think that within the next 48 hours, probably, Ethereum will break out from this little bit of a pattern right here. Where do I think that is going to go? This is like a little bit of a more bearish pattern, simply because we have a longer trend line of pushing us down here. The resistance is longer than the support. You can see the support only stretches to the 13th of January, while the resistance here pushing down the price is all the way from December, essentially. So on the balance of probabilities, I would say it's like a 60% chance, like just looking at this pattern itself, I would say 60% that we break down, 40% that we actually see this towards the upside. But then you have to factor in that in general, I believe we are in a bull market, and that you have to believe that in general, I think that Ethereum is a bit undervalued. So these things in combination makes me believe that it's like a little bit more skewed to it actually going towards the upside. So I would say 50-50 overall, considering all of the different factors here, or a little bit like 55% bullish case. But even if we see a drop here for Ethereum, that would mean that probably we will go down and revisit 3,000 orange line here, which the last time we went down turned out to be one of the best buying opportunities in a little while. So I will have some buy orders ready down here. Of course, my trading strategies will buy on the way down here automatically anyway. But if we come down here, I just see that as a good buying opportunity, because I believe that in general, even if we break down from this little bit of a pattern right here, I still believe we're in a bull market, and I still believe that Ethereum is going to do well. Now, here's the thing. A lot of other altcoins are going to follow Ethereum. So if Ethereum sees a big move upwards, a lot of the rest of the crypto market is also going to do the same. If we see a move towards the downside, rest of the crypto market, especially the Ethereum focused coins, there's many Ethereum focused coins, that in some way is integrated into the Ethereum ecosystem. If we see that happen, then be prepared for volatility for those ones as well. And I will talk about some potential catalysts here in regards to why we could see some volatility moving forward. First, quickly, let us talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is still also on its way up here. We are still having this support trend line moving upwards, so that is amazing to see. If you look at Solana, you can see that Solana is still consolidating. Nothing has changed since yesterday. I believe we're going to see the next leg up for XRP. Same thing here, still consolidating in this pattern here. I believe that we are going to see the next leg up for this one as well. For Cardano, Cardano is an interesting one because we broke down from this rising wedge, and we went below the orange line at 98 cents for Cardano. However, look at this. This daily candle is now trying to break above the orange line. Now, remember, this is a daily candle, so we could still go above it, and then the bears could push us down. Like we saw right here, we went above it, but then the bears pushed us down. So the bulls are going to try to make a good push here. First, we have the orange line at 98.5 cents. And then you have the previous support now turned into resistance. It's currently at about $1 exactly. Also big psychological level. So let us watch this for Cardano. But out of all of the altcoins right here, Cardano is the one facing a little bit of increased resistance here. So apart from that, everything is looking still pretty good for the major altcoins here, in my opinion. Now, let us talk about the trading strategies first before I talk about the big volatility you're going to see next week. The traditional markets, by the way, are at an all-time high, right? So yeah, S&P 500, is it at an all-time high? Let me see. Whoops, no idea what that is. So let me do this and let us pinpoint this. Yes, all-time high vicinity. We came up here. Bodies of the candles. So yeah, we're pretty much right on the all-time high, but we made a new all-time high just now. So that is good to see for the traditional markets. Now, trading strategies for Bitcoin, we're up at $390,000, $132,000 for Ethereum, $300,000 for Solana, and $93,000 for Doge. We haven't seen a lot of volatility the last 2 days, so there's not going to be a big difference with these trading strategies. We continue to, well, the sideways action, even though it's low volatility, the sideways action you're seeing within that is at least like making us some money, even though it is not a lot. You want to see more volatility. For Cardano, annualized, we're at 650%. Annualized for XRP, we're at 1,500% still. I'm going to make a Cardano video, guys. So if you are interested in Cardano, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. After Cardano, I will make a big altcoin video going over a key thing that actually happened yesterday. Actually, there's a few things, but one major thing happened yesterday, which is going to cause certain amount of coins to have actually... Yeah, I think that they're going to do very, very well moving forward. I'll talk more about those coins in that video. So again, if you want to see that altcoin video, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell. In that video, Cardano is also going to be featured and XRP is going to be featured. And there's some other coins as well, which I want to talk about because it was a big kind of regulatory breakthrough yesterday, which is going to be very, very important. Anyway, 100x challenge, how are we looking there? We are at about $4,000 in profit, 3,877 plus 200. It's about $4,000 in profit. We haven't seen a lot of volatility the last 2 days, so the algorithm has not been making a lot. At least it's been making something, but not a lot. But overall, we're about 40% profit since we started the 100x challenge. Yeah, if you want to get involved with these trading strategies for altcoins or for Bitcoin or what the 100x challenge, make sure to go to the description of this video right here. Before we see that next major move up, you can actually start up the bots. And the lower the entry, of course, the better the strategies are going to do. But you have the tutorial for the strategy right here, the 100x challenge right here. But if you just want to use them, you have first the Pionex link, sign up using this link. And then you have this link to claim bonuses, and then you have the Bitcoin bot as well as the 100x challenge. You have Ethereum, Solana, and Doge, and then you have every other altcoin you want to use. You have it right here. Now, let us talk about next week, because next week is going to be huge. And as I'm saying that, this is being refreshed. Okay, that's fine. So on Tuesday, you have the Bank of Japan meeting minutes. Now, the Japanese stock market and the kind of the bond market and what the Fed does with interest rates is going to have a huge effect. And it does have a huge effect on the overall economy in the world. So this is going to be huge on Tuesday. Wednesday, you have the Fed rate decision. You have the Powell press conference, end of the Bank of China rate decision. This is going to be huge because even though it is expected that the Fed, they're going to leave the rates unchanged, and that is pretty much more or less confirmed. But the press conference, this is going to be huge. What is Jerome Powell going to say? Especially since Donald Trump came out and said that he demands that the interest rates are going to go down. And he said that he knows the interest, like the Fed rate decisions better than the Fed themselves. Now, he's demanding that the Fed interest rates goes down, but Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, has been saying that it doesn't matter what Donald Trump wants. If Donald Trump wants him to resign, he's not going to resign. If Donald Trump wants him to do something, he is not going to listen to it because he is going to do what he thinks is best for the economy and kind of aligned with his job. He will not take any note of what Donald Trump actually wants. So is he going to talk about that on the press conference? Is he going to go out and say like, and potentially say something more hawkish to kind of, which by the way is bearish for the markets, to kind of try to maybe put Donald Trump down a little bit and say like, it doesn't matter what Donald Trump wants. I am going to be more restrictive, and maybe the markets are going to react negatively to something like that. I'm not saying this to cause fear. I'm just saying this, that this could potentially happen because Donald Trump went out and said that he demands the interest rates to go down. Maybe then Jerome Powell is going to reaffirm his stance that he is not going to reduce the interest rates depending on what the president actually wants. So that is going to be a huge one. On Thursday, you have the European Central Bank rates. You have some data coming out. And on Friday, you have also very important data coming out. So the overall week, guys, as we've been seeing, potentially we've seen no volatility the last few days. But next week is probably going to be much more volatile, which means that the trading strategies, as long as we don't get liquidated here, which we need to make sure, we need to add more margin, I'm looking forward to it. More volatility, trading strategies makes more profits, and that is perfectly fine for me. I still believe we're in a bull market, so any kind of volatility is very, very welcome. Guys, that is what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.